Okay, we're back up here in the attic, checking things out. We running time? We are. This is the gas pipe going to your furnace. Now, I don't want people stepping on my gas pipe. Do you want people stepping on your gas pipe? No, this gas pipe is not supposed to be in a traffic area. Okay, sometimes they are though, but we get around that because we'll put a wooden curb over here, make a little tray, if you will, a gutter, upside down gutter, and also paint it red so that people can see it. Difference in the floor, but yeah, we should not have exposed gas piping like this. Coming on along, we've got our care and use manual. Coming on along. Now, here's we got a little bit of a problem here. Okay, but let me keep up with myself. Care and use manual, that's fine. Now we come along over here, we got our furnace flue. It comes on up. And if daylight can get through there, then water can get through there. Now, I understand that there's clear sealants, but I'm looking at dark sealant. So what's that about? So that's our furnace. What do we got here? Oh, we don't have too much, bud. Well, we had something, don't we? Yeah, we got something. We got our furnace is got a little light coming up there, and our gas piping is not properly protected. So I'm going in the order of the report. So that brings us to the cooling system, and we've got a nice deep trap. Look at that. Vent pipe's got a look at that. It's beautiful. How beautiful is it? Almost beautiful enough. What do you mean almost beautiful enough? Well, what we got over here is we got these beautiful metal girders coming out, these beautiful metal straps holding all this equipment up. And over there, that's fine as an example. But over here on these two corners, okay, we are over the evaporator coil. And so if the evaporator coil, if the cabinet starts leaking water, okay, then the water can run down this girder and then off the end onto the floor, missing the pan altogether. And then this floor is the ceiling underneath. So now understand this is going to be kind of tricky, but not really, because this is the hinge side of this cabinet. This is brought back a couple of notches, okay, cut back if you will. You can still open and service this. And then over here, then that wouldn't be an issue. But these extend out. These girders extend out too far. There's other ways to do it too. You could also run them horizontally. You can look at the manufacturer's instructions. You can see how they want to handle that. But on the cooling side, we've got our girders holding the cabinet are hanging out a little too far. And the rest of the installation is, I'm flabbergasted. It looks darn pretty. Okay. So now we're going to go over to our venting. Okay. So we've got one air filter over here. We're just going to assume it's dirty because it's construction, 16 by 24 by 4. They're about to put the new air filter in here. But that's not the only air filter you have. You've also got air filters in here. This is your fresh air induction. Okay. And you come over here and you got the straps like this. I have a little trouble. And there's our filters right there. There's our filters. So all this needs to be serviced. You don't want sick house syndrome. Alright. So there's one filter, and then there's all these filters for this guy. You need to read the manufacturers. Now here's another thing about this equipment. This is the first time we're going to have the opportunity to say this. But the condensing unit outside, the furnace, the fresh air induction, the evaporator coil, they all need to be matched. Okay, and they all need to be sent into the manufacturer so that you have an extended warranty. Without that, all you have is the installer's warranty. It guarantees his work, not parts, whatever. You've been down that road before. I get that. Okay, so you need to make sure. I say, listen to me talk like a little boss, but we want to make sure that we get these all this stuff registered. So this is your fresh air induction. That's your recirculating air, and this is our air duct. Okay, and I always look at that. Is that kinked? It looks kinked to me. Okay, is that kinked? It looks kinked to me. Now see these nylon webbing? Okay, that's like the elastic on a cheap pair of underwear. You think that's going to roll up and pinch you and pinch your and restrict your airflow? I do. I think that's exactly what it's going to do. So, well, what's the cure for that? Well, you're supposed to put saddles between the nylon webbing and the air duct. And then your air duct itself, okay, your air duct is not supposed to be, where was I seeing that? I can't find it. Well, there's one spot. Your air duct is not supposed to be touching other air duct. I thought there was more extreme versions of that. There is over here. On all this, you're not supposed to be touching each other. You're not supposed to be touching each other, honey. You know, get away, get apart. All right? You're not supposed to be touching each other. I've seen some builders use this little foam construction board between them. It doesn't matter what's between them. The duct doesn't need to be touching. And it really doesn't matter what the saddles are made out of. The duct doesn't need, you know, you need, you know, something to disperse so that it doesn't pinch your air duct. And then you're not supposed to have more than ½ an inch sag. Well, that, I don't know how you're going to have an attic that's framed like this, a truss system attic, and really have a fighting chance of getting a perfect air duct install. It does come with its challenges. There's a, it's over there. Let's see what else we got. And then, of course, I'm seeing, you know, my 13 inches of loose fill fiberglass. I'm also seeing that we do not have barriers, okay, or dams, if you will, to keep from losing the insulation. We don't have those. So what do we learn? We learned that our gas pipe is exposed. We learned that our support girders are too long. They bypass the safety pan. We learned that we got the air gap in our flue. We've learned that our air duct is touching each other. Our air duct webbing does not have saddles underneath it, and we've got more than ½ an inch sag and some kinked air duct. That's what we're learning.